Now we're going to kick off with Reto, who's going to talk a little bit about some work he did at St Martin's as an artist and a Christian, working within the context of an English art college, and allowing his faith and his belief to be very evident in the work that he did. So, Reto, over to you.
This piece was part of my degree show in St Martin's 2007, and it is a visualization of my night of conversion 10 years ago. So what you see is a rectangle sculpture of light, and it is standing in a black cube. And the black cube actually symbolizes the room I was in, probably spiritually, but also with my body, with my soul. I was suffering for a couple of years of depression, so 2 or 3 years. And then in 2000 I made the decision to try to find out if God is living or not. And then I actually made that prayer. And I had then a quite strong experience with Jesus in that flat in Switzerland, and it changed my life completely. And this is basically what I'm trying to say. It is always starting with John 1:5. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. I think I also have not understood it, what really happened that night. But what I could see was that my life was developing in a very good way. So this is more or less about that night. And about the technical background, it is made of 320 still images, and then I was working together with a graphic studio or graphic designer, and we made then an animation 5 minutes and 11 seconds. And you can see always layers. There is not only one image, there are 2 or 3 or 4 layered, and I think also the music is, you can hear it, not very good now, but it is also part of the piece. So music is more like being on the under the water somewhere, and it is also about the fight between light and darkness. I think it's also about Jesus who came into the world and brought the light, and he's telling, I'm the way back to the Father. And I experienced that in this night very strongly. So the name is also Jesus of the piece, of the video piece. And after my degree, I went back to Switzerland, and I could show the piece also in very good museums and galleries. So people are open if the work is good done or well done. They don't care about the title. So, but what I'm trying to do is being light in the art world, and hopefully I can continue that.
How did they react to your subject and your title? The tutors?
Very positive all the time. I mean, they actually ask why you don't call your piece of work untitled #1. It would be more interesting. But I told them always this night was about Jesus, so I have to call it Jesus. And I think I was right to stand on my point, and because it is about Jesus. I don't care about what they say.
Have any churches in Switzerland been interested in your work?
Churches?
Churches.
Yeah, more museums.
Hmm?
Galleries and museums are more interesting.
But not churches.
Yeah, also, if I exhibit that piece in the church, then of course they would be. But I always try to go out of the church into the world, so I'm not sure how the church is reacting on that. I think also positive.
Have you tried to show it in, you know, in a church?
In the church, I have showed it in St. Paul's.
Shadwell.
In Shadwell.
Oh.
And also in our church building, which is a free church. Okay, this was not really part of it, but some parts of it are showed also in the free church.
Have you projected it up large in any environments?
Yeah, in Barge House I could project the whole piece large, which was good.
Sort of the size of the wall behind you.
Yeah.
In a black space?
Yeah, it was in a black space.
And so the viewers, do they get light on them then, reflected light from the work?
Yeah, I think it was much more intense if it's large, and it's also music is also part of the piece, so it's important to hear the music.
Yes.
And I could also exhibit it in the Museum of Art in Lucerne.
What are your future plans, work-wise? Have you any modes and ways that you're wanting to move towards?
I'm very dependent on God. So right now I'm really in a phase of praying to get new inspiration for a new work. So I'm really not sure. I'm going to move to Basel, and I will marry this young lady there. She's not a singer last Monday. So I think Basel is a good city also. But I'm not. I don't know what will happen.
As a result of Reto's work at St Martin's in the exhibition, somebody from one of the presenters from Residence FM buttonholed him and did at least a half an hour interview along these kind of lines on the radio. So that was went out into the ether probably 2 years ago, isn't it?
Yeah, 2007. And also could exhibit in a gallery right after the degree. So I think it was good.
Okay, well I think we'll say thank you to Reto.